Hi there, I'm Jen Redfern from Plus Health Company, and thank you for requesting this video on how to improve your home working environment. So you might be finding yourself spending much more time sat at your laptop or your tablet for work or for other recreation otherwise, and it's really important that you think about how you're interacting with your equipment and how it's interacting with you, and that's essentially what ergonomics is. It's trying to get the equipment as positively positioned as it can be so that you're optimally aligned for the course of your work. So the first thing to do is try to find the best space for you to be working at whilst you're spending more time at home, and typically this would be a dining room table, but if you don't have a dining room table you may have a small office desk, or you may be able to take advantage of the kitchen worktop and opt to stand for some of your office time, which can be really positive because it's a change of position from sitting as well. However, most people will probably have a small table to be able to use. So if you do and you're using a laptop, then it's really quite important to think about how this laptop is sort of positioned and working for you. And if you're working with a laptop directly on a table, then you tend to find that even with the best will in the world, you start to slump and hunch and flex, and that can exacerbate or cause some problems for your neck, your shoulder, your back, sometimes even headaches, or all of the above over a period of time. So if you're using your desk, try and get the height of you relative to the desk right to begin with, and ordinarily we tend to say with the elbows nestled in at your side for your forearm to be on about a horizontal as it comes through to the laptop, to the keyboard. And that keyboard should be close rather than some way across the desk so you feel to be leaning over it. Now, if you're not able to achieve the right height from the seated area that you're working through, that may be a bench as opposed to an office chair. It might be a dining room chair that's just a little bit low. So get a cushion or two, prop yourself up, make sure that the height of your knee is slightly below your hip and your feet are firmly positioned on the floor. Now, if once you've achieved the right height onto your desk space, and then your feet are wandering around in the air, then that can create problems for you in terms of tension through the torso and higher up through the body. So get some encyclopedias or some boxes that will enable you to position your feet firmly onto them and give you a good sense of being grounded. But ideally we wouldn't be working from a laptop for long periods of time. So you can see here I have already set up an alternate workstation for you to look at. Now I have a height adjustable lightweight aluminium laptop stand, and you can see I've positioned my laptop into it in order to lift the height of the monitor to a better working level. There's a space here for your documents to be positioned, so if you refer to paper-based notes, they're directly in front of you rather than off to one side, which is also quite an important consideration. And I've got a separate keyboard and mouse as well, so I can position these all in front of me and help to achieve a much more positive position. Now, some of you may not have the option of going online and purchasing a laptop stand to elevate your monitor, but it would be really worthwhile to be elevating it an alternate way instead. So that might be on some box files, or if you've got some wedges of A4 paper, you can stack those up. And what you're looking for is to achieve a height so that you're able to glance to the upper third of your screen while sat upright, to be able to almost reach your monitor. So if you find yourself a little bit too far away, then move your equipment that little bit closer to you so that you get a good clear view of your monitor with your keyboard close to the edge of the desk so that you can work on your laptop and with your mouse positioned in close by. So if you do have any issues with your vision, then the first thing to do is check your lighting, make sure you've got appropriate natural light, and if you need to be supplementing that with artificial light, then if you don't have anything above you and obviously avoiding glare on your screen, then it may be getting a table lamp and repositioning that if needs be so that you are working with the right amount of light within your environment. The other thing to consider is also your vision in terms of glancing at the screen and the documents you're referring to. So it may be worth enhancing the size of your font and looking at all the functionality that your particular laptop has at enhancing and improving the brightness of your screen, the contrast, etc., so that you can really make sure that that's optimally positioned for you. So hopefully you've got an idea of how to improve your office ergonomics really simply at home. And remember, get up little and often. Try to avoid sitting for more than half an hour, 40 minutes without getting up, moving, stretching your legs. And as I mentioned earlier, sometimes when you're working from home, that can actually feel easier to do than when you're in your typical office environment. So thanks for listening. Until next time, bye for now.